in just 2 capsules a day. Ask for Menamin at health stores and pharmacies or learn more at cleanmarine.ie. I'm glad I did.
Around the Northwest, with John Breslin.
Around the Northwest for this Wednesday afternoon. And now time for some live music, and it's been a while since actually we had live music in the studio, so I'm delighted that I'm joined in the studio by Keith Harkin. Keith is a singer-songwriter from Derry, and he now lives in Los Angeles, and he's been over there for a number of years now, and his musical talents have brought him all around the United States and to all places around the United States, not just there but Canada as well, and Australia. And he has performed for President Obama at the White House, for Richard Branson out on his private island, Necker Island. He's played for the Secretary of State at the Pentagon, and we'll hear about that in a minute, hopefully, and even for Muhammad Ali at a celebrity fight night. So, Keith, you've squeezed in a lot.
Have I?
How are you?
And now Highland Radio, more importantly.
I'm just going to add that in now to this list in just a second, yeah. So, anyhow, you're back on home territory. You have a gig coming up in O'Flaherty's Friday week.
27th, yeah.
Okay. I could tell from that tan that you didn't get that around home.
Sadly not, no. If home had the weather like that, I would probably be here more often. I lived in LA for 12 years, and now we moved last year. We came home for 3 years. We have a place in Inch Island, a wee business out there.
Brilliant.
And we moved to Portugal. I'm living in Portugal now, actually.
Oh.
We had enough of America for a while, and we swapped it up, you know.
We'll talk about the United States and Portugal and home in just a second. But let's have some music.
No worries.
Maybe a song.
This is a wee song called Call Me in the Morning. It's an original song off my next record. I was hoping you would understand, don't make me explain. Whoa, there's a million thoughts all at once running through my brain. Whoa, and I needed you, yes I do. Yeah, the waves are crashing on the cliffs, holding cold hands. Whoa, you were saying goodbye, knowing I would never understand. Whoa, yes, I needed you, yes, I do. More than you needed me to. Yes, I needed you. She said, call me in the morning. So I stayed awake all night. But there was something about her voice, and so I tried not to remember, all the things that I should say to make everything alright. Oh, it's just not alright. Well, if you walk free right through me, a bittersweet memory. Whoa, it's alright, it's okay, it's always been this way. Whoa, and I needed you, yes I do. More than you needed me to. Yes, I needed you. She said, call me in the morning. So I stayed awake all night. But there was something about her voice, and so I tried not to remember, all the things that I should say to make everything alright. Whoa, it's just not alright. She said, call me in the morning, making everything alright. But there was something about her voice, and so I tried not to remember, all the things that I should say to make everything alright. Oh, just not alright. It's just not alright.
Fantastic. Keith Harkin is with us in the studio and playing live. In the States, Keith, you had a lot of. You were lucky. Well, so you know, so much is down to luck. But after that, then it's other factors that kick in. But you bumped into David Foster, and then David worked with you on your first album. Is that right?
Yeah, I got signed to Verve Records. David took over Verve, and I was the first person they signed back to Verve when it got reinstated. And I'd done my first album, first solo record with David and Joachim van der in David's house out in LA, and that's what I ended up. They kept putting me up in these hotels and stuff, and I was just tired of it, so I just ended up moving there because it took so long to record the record. And that was sadly long over 10 years ago now. So
Wow. But there's been a number of albums since that.
yeah, I've got an album. That song there is actually on a record. It's finished now, and that'll be out this year. I think that's album number 6 or 7 or something like that. Solo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you don't have a problem with writing material,
No.
or do you?
It is a problem because I write so much that I haven't got the time to record it. Especially now, I've got a 3-year-old kid and another business, and I just finished a 7-week tour of America. I'm only back about 3 weeks. I just done 28 shows all across the States. That was my first tour back since the start of the plague. But it was great to get back out on the road again, you know.
And when you tour in the States, the distances are huge. But, you know,
Massive.
Yeah, we don't, maybe comprehend. So how were you traveling? Was it a coach? Were you driving? Were you
I
flying?
have a huge Sprinter van that we use, and it's all catered out, and I just keep it at my father-in-law's house. I used to have tour buses, and I've done it always, but I love having the big Sprinter van, and me and the guys get into it, and we sleep in it, we eat in it. But the drives, I mean, yeah, for example, that run, I was gone for 6.5 weeks, and in 4 weeks, it was 9,800 miles, and that's 26 shows in 4 weeks. So you haven't got time to bless yourself. Like
The driving alone would be tiring enough, but then you obviously have to perform
you have
in
to
most
walk
nights.
out and smile.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about Celtic Thunder as well, because that was a huge success, and you're the lead singer in that.
Yeah, I was the first guy they chose for CT back in. I was only 20 when I got the go for that.
That involved there was TV specials, and there was a lot of, well, back then it would have been CD sales.
Yeah,
And they
we
were
done.
huge.
Yeah, I mean, Celtic Thunder. I think we done, I don't know, 10 or 12 PBS specials, which were aired all across Canada, America, and Australia, and then we done thousands and thousands of shows, and then I think we had, I don't even know, probably like 16 albums or 17 albums. Can't even remember. It was just non-stop, you know.
And among the shows over the years, as I mentioned there at the start, you've played at the White House for President Obama. How did that come about?
We get asked, whenever Obama got in the office, there was nobody allowed in the White House up until that point with Bush in the administration beforehand. And then when it was opened back up again, they had a massive St. Paddy's Day party. And we walked in, and it was very surreal, to be honest with you. Actually, when we walked in, there was another band playing. We weren't allowed to tell anybody that we were even playing because of security. And when we walked in,
So you couldn't make noise about it?
you couldn't tell anybody. There was all these checks done on us. Me and the boys were all sweating. So we were.
Then you'd be turned away. No.
And on the way up the drive, they literally opened the main doors of the White House, like the big gates. I thought they'd have brought us in like a secret entrance or something. And we heard there was another band playing. And walking out of the White House was my friend Michael from Belfast. And I seen him and he seen me, and we just started laughing. I was like, "Oh, you the other band?" And he's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I'm playing too."
What a place to meet.
I know.
What a place to meet. But it was a great experience. Surreal.
Amazing experience. Yeah, and they came out and we met them, and the daughters were out, and Michelle came out, and they couldn't have been nicer to us, you know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And you've played at the Pentagon as well.
Uh-huh.
I think the Pentagon being the biggest office building in the world.
Is it?
Might not be the highest, but it's the biggest.
Or you don't know how many
By
floors
floor
below
space. Oh, well, let's not go there. I once had my hair cut in the Pentagon, believe it or not.
Did you?
That's another story. Yeah. That's back at the time when they used to do tours. I'm not sure if they do tours anymore. They might have got a bit more security conscious since that. But anyway, you went one better and you played there
Yeah,
for the Secretary of State.
I think so.
You think so? But you get to play there.
We did. I remember playing there. Yeah, I do remember playing there.
Right.
And
Was that with Celtic Thunder?
Yeah, it was a Celtic Thunder gig. That one. Yeah.
Very good. And the Muhammad Ali, that was a celebrity fight night, and Ali was there.
Yeah, I got to sit right next to him. It was really. Obviously, the man wasn't well, you know, and everybody was kind of grabbing him for photographs, like walking up to the table. And I literally was sitting, luckily, so in front of him. And I'm never into that whole grabbing people for photographs thing. It's just not. I'm not into it. But I turned and looked at him and I winked at him, and he sort of winked back at me, and I'll never forget it. And I was like, turned around, I was like, wow, that's Muhammad Ali. And you could see it in his eyes. He still had all the buzz inside him.
Did you get the photo?
No, I didn't. Nah, I got to hang out with him. It was better.
I'm watching. Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose so. I'm watching a documentary on BBC about him. There's 6 or 7 parts to it, and he's a fascinating character. And it's just one of those celebrities, one of
go
those
down
people
forever.
that you just, absolutely. Anyhow, back to the music. So here we are on, what did you say, album 6, possibly 7?
Something like that,
Yeah.
I think so.
And now you're in Portugal.
Yeah.
Contrast Portugal with Los Angeles. We have this image of LA, I suppose, and lying by the pool and everything is class. And if you're there and you're working and you're gigging, it can be a different experience, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's a cool place. I loved LA. I still do love it. I've lived most of my adult life there. All my great friends are there. But when you have a kid and you want to start thinking about buying property and stuff, and
Settle.
there's a big homeless thing going on in LA, and we just wanted to get our kid out of there, so we came back to Ireland for 3 years, know, and then we've always wanted to move to Portugal, and Portugal kind of looks like California before all the houses came there,
Yeah.
and it's got great weather and good food and nice people, and
how has the language been?
I'm getting there. I can walk in now and order everybody food, which isn't easy. It's a really difficult language. But my boy's in school there, and his 2 teachers, it's a Portuguese school, and he's only 3, but they speak to him in Portuguese, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem.
And he's fine.
He seems to be dealing with it way better than us.
He's learning Portuguese.
Yeah.
Well, he's at that age.
He's at that age.
Sponge. Yeah.
Aye.
As long as he's not fussy about what he eats if you order for him.
Well, that's true as well. God knows what'll come out.
Now, your new album's coming out when?
Probably sometime in the I would say the fall, because that's me, the American coming at me. Sometime this winter,
All right.
autumn, winter.
Okay.
Probably October, November. I'm guessing for that.
Well, you have a lot on your plate at the minute. Here gigging at the moment. Is it just a gig in O'Flaherty's?
Yeah, they reached out to us and they just says, will you do a gig? And I wasn't sure when I was coming back, and I haven't done a show here now since Paddy's Day, 3-4 years ago in Ireland.
Before the pandemic.
I'm just looking for an excuse to get all my friends together and play I love playing music, as simple as that, and I can't wait to get out. Apparently it's got a great wee venue, it's called Out the Back in O'Flaherty's, and I've got a bunch of buddies coming down, and I'd say it's going to be a great evening.
Great. Well, it's on Friday week in O'Flaherty's. Busy time between Portugal and here, and Inch, and keeping your foot in the United States, and the new album coming out later on in the year. So you're going to play another song for us?
I can, yeah. Let me see. I'll play a song. This is a song I wrote with friends of mine, the 4 of us, and a friend of mine called Enda, who owns a studio in Collibaki. This is a song called I Am the Hurricane. I got these blue jeans, they're covered in holes. The longer I wear them, the more that it shows. They're part of my childhood, yeah, they're part of my soul. The part that I understand is hard to let go. I got this fever, it's burning inside. Never felt more alive. No! Everyone's shaking, there's nowhere to hide. We're on a roller coaster ride, out of the darkness and into the light. Tonight's gonna blow like dynamite, crashing the waves, driving the rain. Well, I am the hurricane, yes I am. Yeah, I got the showboat, it's battered and worn. Oh, the longer I live there, well, the more it's like home. See, I don't wanna be tied down
Oh, I just wanna run free. Yeah, I'm like my old man. Even God knows me. I got this fever. It's burning inside. Never felt more alive. No! Everyone's shaking, there's nowhere to hide. We're on a roller coaster ride. Out of the darkness into the light. Tonight's gonna blow like dynamite, yeah. Crashing the waves, driving the rain. Well, I am the hurricane, yes I am, I got these blue jeans.
Fantastic. That is I Am the Hurricane. And the hurricane that is Keith Harkin will be in O'Flaherty's in Buncrana on a Friday week with a very special gig there. Keith, the best luck with it. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very, very. I just want to say one thing.
Oh,
It
boy.
won't all be original songs. I do Irish and Americana, and it'll be a fun packed show. It's
Yeah,
not
next
just
year.
original songs. Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah, no harm in throwing that in. All right, Keith.
Thanks
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Look.
There's a gaggle of monsters you'll see around town.